Okay, Lake Tenkiller. This is kind of like one of those Star Wars mind tricks where the guy goes, "You are not seeing what you are seeing." And this is where I'm going with it. There was a lot of pretty cool stuff that happened. Fortunately, I watched the entire thing since I was at home resting after a lobster trip. So where do we start? Well, number one, there was a lot of flipping in bushes. Cool. Real bass fishing, if you call it that. There was some crankbaiting done. Cool. Real bass fishing. Swim jigging, stuff like that. All of it cool. In addition to that, we got to see a smallmouth take a jerkbait away from probably a 4-pound largemouth, and the same angler also catch 2 bass at one time. All of it good. But here's what I don't think a lot of people saw. There was an angler, Scott Canterbury, okay, well-known guy, didn't do anything wrong, but he might have given a tournament away. Given it away. Here's why. He practiced up in the bushes. Okay, good. Practiced up in the bushes. And he said to himself, the deep water fish were bigger on the average. So he did a little bit of shallow stuff and he did quite a bit of deep stuff. He caught a good amount of fish deep. The problem is, he left the deep stuff and went shallow. Now, I don't know if he had nothing else deep, if he had one spot, just wanted to give it a rest, whatever. But, and here's the big but, it seems like, and I'm not the only one that caught this, it seems like some of these anglers, like Scott, with good amount of experience, have seen tournaments won in certain ways, and they say to themselves, I really need to be up in the bushes. I really need to be up in the bushes. This tournament should be won up in the bushes. Water's way high. Water's dirty. Catch them up in the bushes. The problem is, a lot of these anglers have it in their mind that a tournament should be won a certain way. And even when they find fish doing something else, they're going back to fishing the way they think they should. It's almost like experience is working against guys. Now, I'm going to tell you the other guy that saw this. It was Todd Castledine. He's got a pretty good video out on the same thing. It's remarkable how that could play with somebody's head. Years and years of experience doing something else, learning how to live scope and stuff, and then still falling back on what you think should happen. What's happening with these other guys like Trey McKinney and Shakur and stuff? Well, they know live scope is really good. They stuck with it most of the day. At least Shakur did. He caught a lot of fish deep. Now, I didn't see what McKinney did, but I'm willing to bet that he was fishing offshore. Also, the home lake jinx. Did it happen to Christie? Well, he did have some bigger fish hooked that got off on camera, so he should have quite a bit more weight than what he actually weighed in. So the question for tomorrow's episode of Bassmaster Live is, will guys fall back to what they think they should do? And will Christie recover from not the greatest day? Tune in tomorrow and find out. Till next time, I'm Steve.